Hello, dear viewers. It's Magdalena Wolf of Coins. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yesterday I saw a very cool video by Masha. It's Musing by Masha. She made a VR to Nancy at Texas Rose, and it was about her most trusted tarot decks. I'm doing a mix of tarot and oracle because I really like to mix them in one reading. Anyway, so yeah. So I thought I will show you the top of my most trusted decks, and then I will expand. So I will start with the decks that are whenever I feel like, okay, I need a reading that will like give me some nourishment or will help me solve a problem I have inside myself or understand myself better. If a topic is a little bit difficult, I definitely grab these. And each of them is a different type, so I could use them, all of them, in one reading easily, and I do that. So, but I also like to add even more decks to my readings. So yeah. So these are my most trusted. And what's interesting about this one, I've showed this one on my channel before. This is the Nicoletta Ciccoli tarot that I turned into an oracle deck. That is my private oracle deck now. So I got rid of the borders. Wait a second, I think it's a bit too dark, and I will turn on the light. Maybe you will see better, but then there might be some glare, so sorry about that. Just a moment. Oh, my lamp. Oh yeah, there's a glare. But the colors might be better. I don't know, let's hope so. So yeah, I got rid of the borders. I added numbers. I was just pulling the cards randomly, thinking what they are showing me, and I wrote them down in this cute little notebook. So I have really like a few questions about each card, and this is enough for me because it is tailored to me. Now I'm turning off the lamp. It doesn't help. Sorry. And it's been such help. It really helps me understand mostly my anxieties that are eating me from the inside. And it's a great help in understanding what's bothering me. When I know something's bothering me, but I cannot put my finger on it, it's excellent. Oh, this one came up recently. It was so, yeah, illuminating. So yeah, so this is a deck that I adjusted for myself, because when it was a tarot deck, I almost never used it. I didn't feel like, it didn't feel very tarot to me, because, it's made from pre-existing images, and it didn't somehow vibe for me. But now it's one of my most used decks ever. I use it all the time, and I have this cute bag that I bought. Unfortunately, there is a little, it got snagged a bit, but yeah, it matches. I have the rest of the cards here because I didn't use all of the cards from the deck. These are the ones that I have left, and I still can expand the deck if I want to, but so far I have 47 cards here, and they seem quite enough. So I just keep everything together in this pouch. And this is a great help, a trusted friend. I really can like dive deep into myself with these and find help in understanding myself. Then Which one? Which one do I pick? I love them both. Oh my god. Okay, this time maybe tarot. This. If you've been watching my channel for some time, you will know this is one of my great loves. And, oh, by the way, did I say I edged this one in green? Yeah, the light is not too good. I'm sorry, but yeah, it really looks nice with the bags. So the Tarot de Marsella, Pablo Robledo, Argentina. How I love this deck. It's just, yeah, I have a lot of Tarot de Marseille decks, but this one is just the one that I grab instinctively when I need some good advice. Okay, and I love the creamy backgrounds and the line work, and of course I edged this one too in antique linen, and it matches so well with the rest. It's perfect size, it's perfect cardstock. I've got to tell you, it even resists some water, because there was this horrible moment when I spilled some, it was some drops, you know, but on some cards of my green tea probably, or just water, I don't know, but some drops, and on some cards it would instantly leave like yeah, circles. It would be visible where the liquid was, but here I just wiped it quickly and there was nothing there. It's such a great cardstock. I cannot say enough good things about it. It's just, yeah. So this is my friend. This is my loyal friend, and my favorite Tarot de Marseille. Among many others that I really love, this one feels like home, and it's so great to have such a deck in my collection. So yeah, this one I really love, and it's not too big for my not too big hands. So, and then this is an Oracle deck, Vintage Wisdom Oracle by Victoria Mosley, and it's a collage deck. When I was buying it, I was hesitant whether I will enjoy it, because I'm not really a collage person, but this deck just makes sense to me. It speaks to me. It's I read it together with the guidebook. There's not too much about each card. There's like explanation of symbols on the cards, and then like interpretation, but I also just pull from the images themselves. I usually both read and look at the pictures, and of course also this one is edged, because all of my most trusted ones are edged. So yeah, plus I love this cardstock as well. This is by US Games, and it's very nice. And it's gentle, you know. I always reach for this one when I need some like gentle advice and some support, and just like pointer where to go on my path. It's a great one for me. Though I've heard some people saying that they completely don't vibe with this deck, they just cannot connect to it, and it's completely normal. I mean, it's very individual. But yeah, this deck has been through some travels with me. Where is the, see? It has traveled a lot, and some little accidents happened. So, but luckily it's easily available still on the market. So if anything happens, I will be safe. It's worse with this one because it's not readily available. I would love to have a backup copy of this one, even though it's not my policy to buy backup copies, but of this one, if I had a chance, I would grab one totally. Love, love, love. So now let's expand. There is another deck that I turned into an oracle deck, because I had this deck for quite a while, and it's the Yolanda Tarot by A.J.M. Müller, and it's these are illustrations made by an artist who specialized in illustration, but he did these images especially for the deck, so it's different to the Chicoli Tarot, but still I kind of had problems with using this as a tarot deck. I would use it from time to time, and then it would collect dust, and I felt like it's a shame, and I would really, because the images are crazy, insanely wonderful. I really love them. I vibe with them. But yeah, I just didn't feel it as a tarot deck, especially because the instruction you get, there is instruction, little white book, but it doesn't really explain much about the cards themselves. Like they're not Rider-Waite-Smith. They're more, I think, more into Thoth direction, but still they're very like something of their own. And it's a shame you don't get any explanation for these pips. So I didn't really use it that much until I again turned it into my own oracle deck. I have now, wait a second, how many? 49 cards are in my oracle. I call it the Yolanda Oracle. Oh yeah, it's edged. It matches with this, and especially it matches with the backs, which I love. I love this back image. It's so awesome. This dragonfly here. And luckily, when I was cutting the borders were huge, by the way, and not really looking nice. So luckily enough, this image was more or less preserved. I didn't have to like cut her head or anything. So it's great. It has a really different vibe from this one. So this is more about what my like fears and anxieties are. And this one is more about advice. Only because of the way I just looked at the pictures and I wrote down what I felt these images meant to me without thinking too much. That's the key here. And then this oracle got created. I highly recommend any of you, if you have a tarot deck that you don't like, you like it, but you kind of don't feel like using it as a tarot deck, get rid of the borders and write your own little guidebook. Like really, even short messages will do, and you'll see how well it works with you because you made it yourself. So yeah, it's a great thing to do, and I highly recommend it. Next up, there is ho. Of course, it's not the original box. It was wrapped in as a traditional tarot deck would be in this piece of paper. But I found around Christmas time, I found this box and I thought it was so cute and it fit perfectly. So I'm using this one for this deck. And this is Jean Dodal by Tarot Sheet Revival. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I love the colors. I also have the Fleur Noir Dodal, but I find that I prefer this one. I'm also aware that Pablo Robledo created his Dodal But yeah, I cannot spend all the money in the world on the decks. So I'm like, okay, I have 2 editions of the Dodal. Should be enough, right? So with the Dodal, it's such an honest deck for me. It's straightforward, not beating around the bush, and the pissed off Queen of Batons is my favorite, of course. Yeah, really, this deck tells how it is, and I love it for this reason. So it gave me a lot of deep, illuminating readings. So this is a beautiful, beautiful deck. Of course, it's not beautiful in a way that you say it's like perfect images. They are often, I like to call them Picasso style, but that's the charm. That's the charm, and that's where your brain gets stimulated into seeing new shapes in the cards. So yeah, love, love, love. Another tarot deck will be this one. I got it at the beginning of last year, so it's been 1.5 years with me, and it's been marvelous. And it's been great, and it's a Polish deck, so yay! This is the Dark Mansion Tarot by Taroteka Studio, and it's an Rider-Waite-Smith clone, basically, or style deck. It's not exactly copied like the Four of Wands, but it just speaks to me so well, and it's a fun deck. I feel really at home with this one. So yeah, I love it, and I just love reading with it. Yeah, I have a walkthrough of this one if you're curious, but I feel like almost everyone has seen it already. I mean, not my video, but this deck. Then, yeah, I will finish with tarot, and I have 3 oracles left. So, Stretch Tarot. I have the 2nd edition, and it's a great one for me. It's again a collage deck, but made by hand. So the author like put the matches on the picture and glued on some stuff and everything. It's a deck that goes deep with me, so I like it a lot. And it's how do I put it? It's scenic pips, but it has the keywords from the Thoth deck. So it's like a combination, but unlike many other hybrid decks, it really works for me. So I love this page of Pentacles. So yeah, it's a great deck for me. It really works. So these are the tarot decks, and then Oracle of Mystical Moments by Katrin Welch-Stein. She's creating a tarot deck right now. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. I've been following the cards. And yeah, I've abused this deck a bit, can you tell? But these images, they are great. What I love about the little guidebook is like you get the keywords and this much of text. This is enough for my brain, my intuition to kick in. Plus, of course, the gorgeous images here. And they always tell me something. They're very evocative, very dreamlike. They can be a really great commentary on the reading. I tend to, for example, do like a 3-card spread with the Robledo deck, and then 1 additional card from this deck, and they work great together. And they're beautiful. And like Kasia from Tarot Map, she always says, like, looking at the tarot decks or oracle decks, it's like you're using art to like in a therapeutical way. Looking at beautiful paintings is definitely and nourishment for your soul. So then 2 more. Celtic Tree Oracle by Charlene Hidalgo and Jimmy Manton. I love these illustrations so much, and I love trees. They are friends to me, so it's a really cool idea that the trees speak to you. Like you have messages from them. You can read them upward and reversed, and there's also a message, and then hello, I am Ivy, and there's like a personal message from the tree to you. So yeah, because I'm using the reversals as well here, so they are a bit like mixed up. But these are gorgeous images, and they just feel like, yeah, they feel supportive. I also have the feeling that most of the advice here tells you, like, among other things, because these are like long descriptions, but among other things, there's always pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your intuition, and it's like, every tree tells me the same thing. But I do pay attention to my dreams always anyway, so yeah, no problem. But yeah, I really like to read with this one, even though it's only 25 cards. But if you read both like upright and reversed meanings, it turns into more, actually. And lastly, Whispers of Lord Ganesha. There's always some interesting advice in this one for me. And it's by Angela Hartfield, and artwork is by Katerina Golovanova. Oh, I have this Ganesha here. I received this as a postcard from a friend, and I always keep it here in my box. So it's a gorgeous deck. I think I might have done a walkthrough. Anyway, this deck appears on my channel quite a lot. And it's all about the Ganesha god from Hindu tradition. And the messages are beautiful, and you always get keywords and some explanation here. So it speaks to me. It really does. So whenever I need some advice, it's a great one to go to. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments. I would also love to see your versions of it, because yeah, I love looking at decks. As I said, it makes your soul nourished to look at them, to look at beautiful art. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Masha, for posting your great video, and Nancy for creating the tag. Have a lovely day, everyone. Bye.